So if you've ever wanted to make your Lego character fly, this tutorial is for you. Today I'll be showing you how you can easily remove rigs from your stop motions, so you can make your characters fly like magic. Hey guys, welcome back to Learning Curve Tech, where I learn tech with you. And on this channel, I make stop motion tutorials for beginners on a budget, as well as tutorials for more advanced animators. So if you are looking for those kinds of videos, you can subscribe and hit the bell down below so you don't miss out on any further videos. So if you don't have a rig and you want to make a rig, I have a video going over how to make a Lego rig for stop motion. So if you haven't checked it out already, I'll link it in the description below the like button. Also, the software I am using is called Stop Motion Pro Eclipse. It is a professional stop motion capture software with a lot of professional features, but it is also very expensive at $185 for the Pro version. You could also go the subscription route, which is about $18 a month, I believe. If you want to learn more about this amazing program, I'll have some videos linked in the description, along with the link to their site. Anyways, if you already have a rig, or if you're using something else to hold up your characters, capture your animation. Make sure you capture at least one empty frame without any characters or rigs in it, only the set. Make sure you close any windows so no natural light will come in. Natural light causes flicker, which will make it very difficult to remove the rig. Also, make sure not to move the camera between the blank frame and the filled frame. You should also keep your camera on manual mode to avoid flicker caused by auto settings. If you're afraid of using manual mode, I do have a video that I'll link in the description. So now, once you have captured your animation, it's time to start the rig removal process. Now, a drawing tablet will really help speed up this next step, and it'll make it also just a lot easier to do. But you can also just use your mouse. It really depends on what you like best and what you feel most comfortable using. So now, let's start removing those rigs. Okay, so we are here in Stop Motion Pro Eclipse, and we have all of our animation already captured. So it starts over here with a blank frame. Remember to do that before you start. Remember to take a blank frame. And then the minifigure comes in, swings his arms back, and he jumps up with, you can see the rig holding him. Now, it's not the greatest jump. I could have spent more time on it, but it looks pretty good. So now we're gonna go over to this editor paint rig removal window. And that will bring up all your frames. You can see the frames with the X's over them. Those are the ones I have deleted or hidden from view, as they call it. And down here at the bottom, you can see several different options that you can do with your frames. You can remove rigs, which we're gonna do. You can paint on frames, or you can edit your thumbnails. But we're just gonna go to rig removal, and that will take you right here. Now, first you need to pick your base image, which is up in the top right hand corner over here. And I'm gonna go straight to the beginning because I know that's the first one. And this is why lighting is important, because if you have changing lighting, then your first frame is going to look different from, the frames with the rig in it. So you're going to have to go to your first frame and select maybe a medium brush size, and I usually like to keep it pretty soft. And now we'll go to the frame where we have a rig. So the rig comes in at right here. So all we're gonna do is take your mouse, or if you have a drawing pad, you can use a drawing pad. And now all you have to do is erase your frame. So click down on your mouse or use a drawing pad. Drawing pad is easier because it is more accurate. And you just start erasing like that. And look, it looks like the rig just disappeared. But really it's just replacing this with the base image which we picked earlier. And so again, with a mouse, it is very difficult to get near the minifigure. So just be very careful when you're going near the minifigure. Maybe change your brush size and get all the details. But usually it's good just to get as close as you can and try not to chip into the minifigure, or else it starts looking a little weird. Right there you can see. And so if you want, you can make the brush size smaller, and then you can zoom in until you can see closer up. And then you just go up right there and erase like that. But that does take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and erase the rest of this rig. I'm going to make my brush size bigger to erase the shadows. That's one thing you need to remember. Always erase the shadows or else there's no point in erasing the rig. And make sure your shadows look accurate. So don't erase the minifigure's shadow, but erase the rig shadow. Now you can still see a little bit of a reflection right down in this corner from the rig. You can see a little shadow right there. So I'm going to go over there with a huge brush and just wipe all of that away. Just basically wipe the whole side of the frame. Get any extra bits that you might have missed, and it should be looking a whole lot better. See, now there is no rig and there is almost no hint that there ever was a rig. Now if you ever do mess up on erasing your rig, like say for example you go over and erase the minifigure, you can always go back to this button over here that says undo last erase, and that will take you back to your last erase. So I'm just going to go and erase the rest of the rigs from all the frames, and then I will meet you guys at the end. So now I am completely done with the rig removal. And now you can see there's no rig and there's no shadow either. So that is definitely important to remember. You always want to get rid of the shadow if you can. Now we're going to go back to the animation capture window and we'll play the animation back. So it looks pretty good, and I'm just going to go and export this animation. If you want more stop motion tutorials like this, subscribe by clicking the logo. If you would like to make a rig, click the first video. If not, click the other video to watch another tutorial. That's all for now guys, and I'll see you next time on Learning Curve Tech.